What is up, everyone? Mark here, and welcome to Prepared Pantry episode 2. Today we are going to do an orange vest style, right, where we take a Blue Apron recipe box and turn it into something else, reconstructing it a bit. So tonight, Blue Apron would have us do a burger. It's another burger. Normally I like a good burger, don't get me wrong, but they've been pushing the burgers pretty hard lately. You'll see what I mean in a minute when we take a look at the ingredients. So yeah, instead of a burger tonight, we're going to do a one-pot pasta with mushrooms, onions, and peppers. And really all we're going to add is some crushed tomatoes and some dry pasta, and that is it. So first, I just want to thank you all again for continuing to support the channel and what I'm doing here, and continuing to like the videos and supporting me by subscribing, which if you haven't already, please do. Click the red button down below. Make sure you click the bell icon so you get a notification every time I have a new video out. And you can also follow me on social media at MarkBurm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All right, let's go take a look at our ingredients.
Okay, so here's the deal. Last week, we just had burgers with grilled rounds of red onion on top. This week, it's the same thing. And next week, it's the same thing. So I gotta split this up. So this week, instead of the Miso-Ponzu burgers, we are going to make a one-pot, no-drain pasta. So we're going to keep the beef, we're going to keep the peppers, we're going to keep the mushrooms. We're going to keep the onion and the garlic and the miso paste. We're going to keep the mayo and the buns. We'll use these to butter the buns to make some garlic toasts in the end. We're going to omit the sesame seed oil, the ponzu sauce, and the sesame seeds. And we're going to add 2 cups of dry rotini pasta, 1 15-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, which, as it happens, is left over from a Blue Apron recipe that I did not make a while back. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And that's pretty much it. We're going to build this all in one pan, hopefully not having to drain it. It's pretty lean ground beef, so I think we should be okay. And if necessary, we can always spoon off a little bit of the excess fat when it comes to that stage. But let's get over to the stove. Okay, so we've got all of our ingredients here ready to go. I'm going to start by slicing the mushrooms. And now the peppers. And with these, I don't want this to be too hot, so I think I am going to cut out the seeds and the ribs. Okay, now there's still a few seeds in here, but it's okay. And some of the ribs. We're just gonna cut these up into smaller pieces. And really this should all cook down into our sauce anyway. And now, courtesy of Blue Apron, the world's smallest red onion. Okay, now we are ready to get started. So we're going to heat up some oil on medium-high. Okay, so first up is going to be our vegetables, and we're going to give them a few minute head start. And then we're going to add the beef and break that up and get, everything cooking and starting to brown. And once the beef is mostly cooked and the vegetables have cooked down, that's when we're going to go and add in our crushed tomatoes And I've gone ahead and dissolved the miso paste in a cup of water. This is going to get added in at the same time as the pasta and the crushed tomatoes. The whole point there being that this has got some umami flavor in it too. I want to use it. It came in the kit. So we're going to see how that does for us for some of the additional water in our no-drain pasta. But let's start with our vegetables. And I'm gonna cook this for a few minutes. I'm gonna try and not disturb it for a couple of minutes at a time to help develop some color here as it reduces. We'll season this with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I don't want to overcrowd the pan when the beef goes in, so the whole point here is that I want to cook the vegetables down a little bit, create some space for the beef to be exposed to the hot bottom of the pan. Okay, I think we are ready to add our beef. Season again with a little salt and pepper. Now I do want the beef to get kind of a head start here, but we don't have to worry about it cooking all the way through because it will have plenty of time to do that after we add the pasta and the other liquid. And we're going to have to just watch it because, you know, there's no perfect science to this. It may need to reduce a little bit more if the sauce is a little thin. It may need to be loosened up a little bit with some more water or broth or wine if it gets too thick. So we'll see how it goes as the pasta cooks and everything else comes together. And you can see there's a little bit of fat rendering out here, but it's not too bad. Like I said, this is pretty lean ground beef to begin with, so I'm not too worried about having to drain this. Okay, now we're going to add our garlic and our tomato paste. And really at this point I just kind of want to get things coated with the tomato paste and get the garlic fragrant. Okay, so now we're going to do the pasta. The crushed tomatoes. And our cup of water with the miso paste. And I just want to get this all stirred together to combine. Make sure that the pasta is submerged. This looks like this should be just about the right amount of liquid. once this is at a good boil, we're going to reduce it to a simmer, cover it, and just let it do its thing. I'm going to check it every so often just to make sure that it's stirred and that it's not drying out too much and that it's not, you know, too loose. We'll check the pasta for doneness. And when the pasta is just about al dente and the beef is cooked all the way through, the vegetables are already good, we should be ready to plate. So while this cooks, we can get our garlic bread ready. And pasta needs a little bit longer. Meanwhile, we can work on our garlic toasts. See how it's coming along. It's getting there, but it does still need a few minutes. I think I would like to add a little oregano. Parsley, basil, and a little bit of garlic powder. I always like to up the garlic flavor. And I'm going to loosen this up with a little bit more water. And again, we can always reduce it if need be. I think we might be just about there. So close. Maybe just another minute or two. I think we're ready. That is ready. That is very ready, and that is very hot. Nothing left to do but serve it up. A little bit of Parmesan. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, it's good. It's really good. If you didn't tell me, I don't think I would have known that there was the miso paste in there, though. And I think it just has the same qualities that any homemade pan sauce would have. Oh, it's still so hot. The mushrooms are nice. Add a little bit of texture. I normally do not like mushrooms. I like mushrooms in this. The peppers, a little bit of contrast and flavor. And I suppose I can taste the garlic bread too, but I mean, I've made this how many times now? Yeah, that's garlic toast. This is the star, though. All right, guys. Joe and I are going to eat dinner. We'll catch you in the next video.